Hello and a very warm welcome to this video. In this video we're going to be talking about something very different and one of probably the most important updates to QuickBooks that might ever actually happen, and that's because QuickBooks Self-Employed, and if you don't know, QuickBooks Self-Employed is the very introductory level version of QuickBooks, the simplest version of QuickBooks has ever been, has about to get an upgrade. In fact, QuickBooks Self-Employed is about to become no more, and it's going to be replaced with a brand new version of QuickBooks called QuickBooks Trainer. And we need to be talking about this because this is a huge update, and one that could be very impactful to small business and accountants alike. So let's roll the intro. Let's get straight into this and talk about why QuickBooks Self-Employed is being replaced by QuickBooks Trainer, and why there's some really key bits to it that you need to know. Roll the intro. Hello, my name is Patrick. I am a chartered accountant, a certified UK trainer with a fancy new logo, that QuickBooks chap on the internet, head of accounts here at Bookkeeping, and also your friendly podcaster who goes live each and every Monday morning for Ask the Accountant. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about how there's a brand new version of QuickBooks Online, and probably one of the most important updates we have ever had to QuickBooks Online itself. Because QuickBooks Self-Employed is about to go, and it's going to be replaced by QuickBooks Trainer. Now, it's currently in beta, and it's really important, I think, that people know about this. So let's go and have a look at it straight away. Right, so people who don't know, you'll notice that if I went to my plans and pricing on the QuickBooks page, you will see that there are currently 5 versions of QuickBooks. There is QuickBooks Self-Employed, and then technically there's one version, Simple Start, Essentials, Plus, and Advanced, which is all the version of QuickBooks Online, but in different packages. Now, there's some really crazy savings at this time of recording, but typically you're looking at your cheapest version is Self-Employed, and then your most expensive version is QuickBooks Advanced. Now, historically, QuickBooks Self-Employed was always going to be the smallest of the versions. It was always going to be the simplest and the most entry level. In fact, if I was going to go to the App Store and type in the word QuickBooks, currently, you get 2 versions. You get QuickBooks Self-Employed with the white background and QuickBooks Accounting with the green background. And the idea there was that there were 2 different types of QuickBooks. QuickBooks Self-Employed was always going to be designed to be the simplest version of QuickBooks out there. Like, super simple, ridiculously simple, for a good reason. Because QuickBooks Online is designed for your bigger businesses. And if you look here, you can see that when it looks at the tick boxes and everything else, if you needed VAT, then you had to be on QuickBooks Simple Start and above. Now, we've done videos on QuickBooks Self-Employed in the past. Super straightforward, super simple, and for a reason. But also, from an accountant's point of view, it was a little bit frustrating. Number one, we didn't get our full version of accountant access. So we weren't able to go into the QuickBooks Self-Employed and go into the back of QuickBooks Self-Employed, like we do with QuickBooks Online, where we can do reclassification and we can do all sorts of fancy things. With QuickBooks Self-Employed, we basically got the same experience that you did, and that always was frustrating for us. The other thing was it was never what's called a double entry bookkeeping solution. So we only ever posted one part of the solution, made it really difficult for us then to extract and use the data in accounts production software and things like that. So QuickBooks Self-Employed, as brilliant as a product it was, and I was one of the few people out there who absolutely loved the product and kept defending it, it had its flaws. That's why QuickBooks Trainer comes in to hopefully fix this. You see, QuickBooks Trainer is designed to be the solution that's going to be able to take the best things about QuickBooks Online, because it was able to have everything it ever needed if you were willing to upgrade, and also keep all the best things of QuickBooks Self-Employed and combine them together. That's what QuickBooks Trainer is designed to be. Has it done that? Well, let's find out. So first of all, how do I get access to QuickBooks Trainer? Well, I need to make sure that I'm only showing Trainer up here. And when I do that, that gives me Self-Employed and Simple Start as my 2 options. Now, actually, as a sole trader, there is nothing wrong with me using Essentials, Plus, or Advanced. No problem whatsoever. But ideally, you're going to be wanting to use Self-Employed or Simple Start. Or in beta, as you can see here, is our new Trainer. Now, one of the big advantages of using Trainer over Self-Employed is it's still part of QuickBooks Online. So what that means is, because it's part of that QuickBooks Online ecosystem, it means that if your business grows and starts needing, for example, VAT later down the line, well, you can upgrade that nice and easy. And that's where you're starting to see the benefits of having QuickBooks Sole Trader versus self-employed. Well, let's go and see exactly what it looks like. So all I would do is use the choose plan option, get myself signed up, wham bang, I'm in. And here we're out in QuickBooks Sole Trader. So from here, it's telling me I'm in beta and give me options to give feedback. First of all, compared to the self-employed version, I get this really cool dashboard. And this dashboard is actually going to help me with my business. It's going to help me understand what my profit and loss figure is going to be, what my expenses are doing, what income, any overdue invoices I might want to chase. It's going to give me an indication of how my bank's doing, mileage, things like that. And it's really important that I get to grips with this dashboard, because we didn't get a dashboard like this in QuickBooks Self-Employed. Now we do, and now we want to make the most of it. What else have we got here? Well, as I go through here in the top right hand corner, I can manage my Intuit account, but it's my full Intuit account this time around, not that kind of halfway house I got with self-employed. This is my full version and makes it super easy for me to have multiple businesses. Now, if I had a different business, maybe on Essentials or Plus, whatever that's going to be, I'll have that one login. I can switch between the two nice and easy. I got my options up here. I can link my account. I can manage connections to my bank account while I'm there. I've got vehicle info on my taxes. I can import and export data, and I got a smart look functionality. Smart look is so that they can look into it for you. Import data wise, I can come in and bring in information as I need to. Maybe some products and services with a whole new import option just here. Bring in the new interface that's there. Maybe I want to bring in some invoices to make it super simple. Maybe a third-party solution, I would bring that in. I could never even dream of doing this in self-employed. So straight away, this is a huge upgrade. I can bring in customers and even some bank data nice and easily as well. But we wouldn't want to import data if we can help it. If we want to get data into our bank, we want to use the link accounts functionality. So let's go and connect to bank account, see what it looks like. Now, in truth, the easiest way to connect your bank is actually by using your mobile phone. Mobile phone itself has a much better way of connecting a bank account through. In fact, what it will do is once you've logged in, you'll actually then be able to authorize it straight away. While the bank's connecting, let's look at other solutions. So in here, you've got the Get Paid area. This gives you a chance to create a connect directly from QuickBooks Sole Trader. And straight away when we see this, we'll see that we're using our new invoice view, which we absolutely love. So we get to add our logo, and now whatever we make amendments to here looks exactly how that invoice is going to be. So I can go and find some nice logos. Get my logo in the top right hand corner up there. I got information on here that I can edit directly from here if I want to. So maybe I don't want to have that address. Maybe I want some other one. I can even choose a customer facing address as well. I got some more actions as well. I can customize the look of the invoice, edit the default settings up here. I can change the design of it as well. So maybe I want to make it a nice green color. Maybe more of that green will do. I can change the font. I can even set auto reminders included on here. And I've got loads of options here of changing, including where I'm going to ship to, invoice number, so I can put a ship to figure. I can add customers as I go along, so let's call this test customer. More information here, including notes, exemption details, press save. And then the big part here is I now get to interact with products and services. So I can have some product and services already created, hours and services for me, but I can add brand new ones. I can say this is a product. I can say this is a test product. Put some details in it. And how am I going to do it? Is it a flat rate? Is it by item? I can say the items are £10 each. I can even show my SKUs on here if I want to. And I can change my quantity, and that's going to change my amount. I can add ultimate other products and services as well. Payment details directly on here. I can even edit my total. So maybe I like a discount option. Do it as percentage or as a pound. So I can say there's a 10% discount on this. and then save, review and send, all of that features that you know and love within QuickBooks. In fact, let's do review and send and see what it looks like. So now I can see where it's going to, what the information's going to be, and ultimately press send invoice just there. As you can see, I've got my email come through from the QuickBooks chap. And as you can see here, invoice is ready. I can view details, view invoice, and see the invoice directly there. And from here, I can save it, forward it, all that sort of stuff. Now, I was under the impression that we were going to get pay now options included in this, which would be a big upgrade from self-employed. Don't seem to be ready yet. So make sure you subscribe, because as soon as that goes live, we'll go and explore how that exactly works. But we can see estimates as well. So I can create an estimate, send that to a client, go through from there. Something we couldn't do on self-employed, so I love it. And again, we've got those product and services we can play around with. Even add a photo if we really wanted to, and have them involved just there if we needed to. We also have a whole customer and goals area. So the goals is pretty cool. It's something that gives an opportunity to set one. So maybe it's get more customers, press next, name your goal, reach 10 customers. And suddenly we have a whole goal being set in here, which you can really keep yourself accountable going forward. As you can see here, my goal is to make 10 customers within 6 months. And what I do like the fact is it gives us some options as well. Engage your audience automatically. Boost your orders by 7 times by automatically sending emails when someone signs up for your mailing list or makes a purchase. And then you can go through and say that's done. And if I edit my goal and pick some extra paths, let's click all of them this time, press done. You'll see I've got all of these wonderful options to go through. Advertising, social platforms, and everything there. Now, I believe, don't know if I'm right here, but I believe that this is because MailChimp integration will probably come later down the line, giving us an option to connect MailChimp directly to here, meaning we've got those 2 bits of data flowing through. Love the idea of that. Okay. Transactions. So let's go back now. We've added our bank account. Now, this is really, really clever. So straight away, it's going to tell you some AI integration, some information there. It's going to tell you that something's quite different to what's happened before. Telling me here that spending was higher than usual in June 2024 and spending was higher than usual in July 2024 on my car and van expenses. So giving some insights, giving a little bit of details about what may or changed with your business. So really important. But what is this page telling me? Well, first of all, it's imported all the information directly from my bank account. So there's no need for me to worry about getting the data wrong, about getting the date or the amount or the transaction type itself wrong. That information automatically comes in. And what it does then is it uses a bit of AI, a bit of technology to go through and automatically assign the information for me. Now, unfortunately, this is its both biggest strength and biggest weakness. And it's definitely something that I feel like that while we're in this beta stage, we need to be getting the feedback back to Intuit because it's not quite right in my opinion. Because at the moment, it's saying that eBay Commerce UK is classed as personal income. Now, that isn't personal income. That's actually me receiving income from eBay. So realistically, this isn't personal income at all. This should be my income, my business income, sales, whatever you want to call it. And I've changed one of them, but the rest haven't followed suit. So I go in and let's change this one as well. And see what I'm doing here. Basically, I'm going through each of the transactions and I'm going to need to review each one to make sure it's got it correct. Apple Green Stores, it said is van and car expense. Yeah, you know what, actually probably right there. eBay expense, it said a property equipment and repairs. No, that's actually stock being purchased. So that's probably going to need to go to cost of goods for resale, just there, look. Now, what I'd like to see is if you change one of them, I'd like them all to change, if I'm completely honest, because now I've got to go through and make sure that these are right. Like Instavolt's gone to travels, car and van. Yeah, we need to go through these and look at these in a little bit more detail. But this cleverness is the fact it's already applying the information that it believes is correct. Now, one thing we can do is search for just all the eBay and maybe even just commerce ones. And I could batch update here. So I could assign the category here. And this is probably how we're going to do it to begin with. And I'm going to go, right, yeah, so this should be income. And I can quickly go through and categorize them all like that. Nice and easy. It also gives me the option if I need to when I'm doing these double ticks or these batch action options here. It does give me the option as well if I needed to click into one of them and exclude if that's right. When I exclude a transaction, I can then use to show excluded there. And when I've shown excluded, I do have the option to undo exclude. And the idea of each transaction, you can click into them, use this little pencil here, and we can edit them if we need to. So change the category. We can change if it's a personal or business expense at the top here. We can even drag and drop files into this, and I love that bit about it. Now, my favorite bit by far is that if I press this pencil here and do the add split option, I can actually say that there was some fees involved in this. So let's say that there was a -£5 in there. That was a business transaction, because this is eBay. Let's say this is eBay fees, right? So I could say that this was bank charges, for example. And I can put the -5. And what's clever is that it knows 37.31 is done, so it's automatically updated it to £42.31. So it's made that whole grossing up way really, really super simple. When I press save, that's now added both £42.31 and the -£5, made it as one split transaction for me, but show my true sales, which we absolutely love, and then shows the expense there as well, liking that. Now we do have a fancy new receipts area here, which we didn't have in the US version. So if you want to look into it a little bit more detail, I have done the US version of this, which was called QuickBooks Solopreneur, and we went into a little bit more detail of a transaction by transaction. So you want to see how to deal with transactions in more detail, head over to that one. You can see it in a bit more detail. Let's see how it deals with adding transactions, right? So here we've got a transaction to add, and what I'm going to do just to see how it works here, downloads area, and I'm just going to do an import from my phone and scan the document. Save that scan. And there we have it. So the scanned document has come directly in like this. So we need to get this document into here. No problem though. I can upload from this device. Head over to my downloads, press that one, and that's going to be uploaded as we expect. Now, speaking of being able to upload documents, I can go straight to my mobile app. From my mobile app, try my Face ID. From my mobile app, I do have a snap receipt function at the top. So if I wanted to, let's get a different receipt out this time. I can bring another receipt to the table, press upload. Happy with that? Yeah. And press done. Use this photo. And I'm assuming it means I can actually upload multiple documents at the same time. So I've got 3 documents here. Let's see how that works. If I went to scan receipt, I can go snap, snap, snap. And just like the full version of QuickBooks, I can actually go through and add multiple transactions. 3 at this time. I believe it's up to 5 that you can do at a time, but that makes it pretty cool, right? So what's it done for me? Well, it's found a supplier. So I press the view option. It's extracted the date for me, great. It's put the amount, supplier, and it's telling me to link a transaction, which is all well and good. But sometimes these are going to be cash transactions, right? It's clever enough to find duplicates for me, which is great to see. If it is a duplicate, I could delete it. So receipt capture is great, brings the receipt in, but at the moment you can only link it to transactions that are already there. I mean, yes, I could go and copy this and go, £184.16. I could go into transaction page. I can do new transaction. and I could add an expense, and I could say it's for meals, and I could say it's for dissume, and I could press save, and then I could go back to receipts, and I could then view, and I could link a transaction. I could say dissume, and I could press save. And then all it's doing then is it's basically adding the transaction to it for me and not creating a new one. So I do have that option. I'm just not, that's not exactly how, from a workflow point of view, that's really going to help small businesses, right? Hey everyone, Editor Aaron here, and Mulberry's here to make sure that I'm keeping on track of everything. So, just a quick one. I may seem a little bit negative in that last video, but don't worry, it was for a reason. You see, I believe that this product, this QuickBooks Trainer, is actually going to be a huge deal. Possibly, don't you agree, Mulberry? Possibly one of the biggest versions of QuickBooks there's ever been. So, that's why I'm being a little bit, probably not as excited about this but I am. I'm really excited about this product. I just feel like we need to get this right. So if you want to see this product in all its glory and a little bit more deep dive, then look at my QuickBooks Solopreneur video where I look at it in so much more detail. But for now, this is a first look. This is my raw opinions of what the British version, the UK version of QuickBooks Sole Trader looks like. There's definitely more work to be done, and I've already started that communication with QuickBooks themselves to hopefully get some of these fixed sooner rather than later. So make sure you subscribe, because this is the place to be to know when all those updates are going to come live. My name's Aaron, here's Mulberry, and we'll see you in the next video. Continue with the video. There are reports options in here as well. So I do have reports options, so I can go in and I can look at profit and loss by month. Gives me a chance to see wages and other stuff, which I definitely don't have any wages at this one, so I don't know where it's picked that one up from. Let's have a look. Randomly it thinks that there's smart chargings there. It's not. I need to change that over to travel expenses and press save. But at least it gives me a chance to look at that detail. At least I'm getting proper reports here, right? So these are actual profit and loss by month, profit and loss by custom, profit and loss account in total. I can see all my income, all my expenses kind of flowing through and do it from there. There is a whole mileage section as well, which we love to see. So if I was to go back to my mobile app, I can show you that under menu, I have a mileage calculator, and I can turn on automated mileage. And what that means by automated mileage is that I have the option to set it to automatically track for me. So I can say that basically I want auto tracking enabled. It means that when I jump in the car and go from A to B, it's automatically going to record that trip, which is a great feature and definitely something that's brilliant for small businesses to making sure they get that all important mileage. The only problem being that once it's been recorded, it just kind of sits here, doesn't do anything. So I've got a potential deduction of £45 sat there. I can see it was in my business. It was a meeting with clients sat there. Okay, but how do I get this into QuickBooks? Currently, I can't. And I don't really know how they expect me to do that, because I've pressed my new button at the top. I don't have a journal. I don't want journal functionalities in here. But I don't know how I'm supposed to get that £45 of potential deductions into QuickBooks. If I look at my taxes area, look at the taxes in 2024-25, you can see that I've got national insurance contribution, I've got business income coming through, turnover of £564.59. I've got business expenses coming through, car and van, but the car and van transactions are coming directly from here. Look, they're not coming from my travel or my mileage, so I don't know what I'm doing my mileage, because the mileage isn't coming in. At the moment doesn't quite work as intended. So overall, one of the most important apps and updates to QuickBooks in a long time is finally launched. It's launched in beta, and it's a good job it's in beta, because I still feel there are still bits that need to be fixed before this goes live. number one priority has to be the fact that it has feature parity with QuickBooks Self-Employed. If we're going to take away QuickBooks Self-Employed and replace it with QuickBooks Sole Trader, we need Sole Trader to be the same, if not better, than Self-Employed. And at the moment, it's not. At the moment, it doesn't take into consideration anything to do with use of home. It doesn't take into consideration mileage. It doesn't take into consideration anything to do with you might have other income. All the things that Self-Employed did really well. What it's doing really well is that transaction page is a big step up to QuickBooks Online for people who don't understand bookkeeping. We love that. But at the same time, we need more work there. We need it to let us know if there's stuff missing. We need it to let us know if there is, more importantly than anything, if we've actually reviewed a transaction or not. And when it comes to reviewing transactions, we need to set rules. Rules should be there from day one. I don't understand why rules haven't been included already. Just doesn't make sense to me. I love the new invoice functionality, but I'm frustrated we don't have the pay now button from day one, but I'm pretty sure that's going to come at some point. But overall, I feel like the benefits of this is that we have that ability as an accountant to have more cool stuff, which you haven't seen yet. I'm looking forward to getting access to that and see how the new accountant's access looks like, because I think that will be a game changer going forward. The fact we can upgrade is a huge deal, and I want to see that in person, see how that works. And the fact that we now finally have it all under one ecosystem, one full system, is actually a really, really good thing. But we're in beta, and I think it needs to stay in beta. This is not ready for prime time yet. This is a great first attempt, a great start, and it has a huge amount of potential to be one of the most, if not the most important SKU out of the whole of the QuickBooks lineup. But it's not ready for prime time yet. So if you're out there listening and watching, please use that feedback button. That's what the feedback button is all about. We need to be giving as much feedback as we possibly can on this, because there are so many things that are amazing about this product, but there's also some things that really concern me as well. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. I'll definitely be having feedback directly with the product team. I'm so excited about this coming in, and every time there's an update, you're already in the right place. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, because we'll be going through this in a lot more detail, a lot more videos coming your way about QuickBooks Sole Trader. My name's been Patrick. I'm so excited this is out. I'm so excited we can have a play around with it, but we need to make sure we do this right. So use that subscribe button, use that comments button, use that like button, use all of those buttons to let me know if there's anything you would like to see different in QuickBooks Sole Trader. My name's been Patrick. As always, this video has been an absolute pleasure to do for you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to this new series.
Hello and welcome to this video. Hello and welcome to this video. Hello and welcome to this video.
Hello and welcome to this video.
Hello and welcome to this video. Right, let's get it set. Let's do this.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yes, I'm aware we go live every Monday.
The next generation is that everyone else that missed it.
Yeah. So current. All right, you've told us what you love about the industry, but what would you change about the industry?
Where do I start?
During that period of time, where did everyone turn to? Their accountant, their advisor, their bookkeeper, and you all did phenomenal work for small business.